Okay, good evening, everyone. My name is Edna White. I am a speaker, an author, and also a media host. I host a podcast called Keeping It Real on Purpose, which is now number 27 on iTunes. Yay! Say yay! Thank you. And I interview people that write books, authors, and also people that experience trauma. And today we're here talking about the You Project. And what is the You Project? Well, I wrote it because I have been through some things, as all of us may have, right? We've been through some things, right? And we've learned some lessons, right? So I've learned some lessons along the way, and as we get older, we lose ourselves, because who are we? We're moms, right? We're moms, dads, girlfriends, wives, husbands, we're workers, we're accountants, we're bus drivers, we're all these things, but we forget about who we are, as women especially, because we get lost, because we're busy nurturing everybody else, right? We nurture people to death, don't we? We go there, are you all right? You know, make sure everybody's good, and we forget about how are we good. So I wrote this book because many people are looking for success. They're looking for it, or so they say. But what they're really looking for is themselves, the original self. So along the way, me being a mom, me being a daughter, me being a sister, me being an aunt, me being a wife, me being an evangelist in the church, me being this, me real estate, I lost myself. Ever wake up in the morning like, what do I want? Have you ever asked yourself, really, like deeply, what do I really want? That's what the project is about. What do I really want? Who am I? And I could truly tell you, I've gone through some things and some taking off of some things, right? And I found that I'm this 5-year-old kid. I love to have fun. Love to like to have people laugh and talk and just be wholesome all the way around. All of us are, don't you think? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to be a little bit interactive with you, and I'm going to ask you questions, and you're going to kind of talk back at me. So you pretend there's like 50,000 people in here, and I choose you guys to talk to, okay? Just you, all right? So there's 50,000 in here, and I'm picking you, and you're going to go for it, all right? So if I were to ask you, what's your name, please?
Amy.
Amy. If I want to ask you, Amy, who are you?
Which title?
It depends, right? Just give me one. Give me one. Okay. And your name is?
Linda.
Linda. That's my sister's name. Who are you?
I've been many things in life. Now I'm just an old lady.
No, you're not. You're a mature woman. Change that word.
Hi.
And Linda is actually Edna. We do that exchange in English language. We can exchange Linda and Edna. What's your name?
Sherry.
Cherry?
Cherry.
Okay, Cherry. Who are you?
Many things. I define myself usually by being a mom and my profession.
Okay, which is?
I'm a librarian.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay, that's librarians going on in here. The club or something? Okay, what's your name?
Laura.
Laura, okay. Laura, who are you?
Mostly a mom.
You're mostly a mom?
Yes.
Okay.
And a new current first-time grandma.
Yay! Isn't that the best thing in the world? Woo! Love it. Give them back. And I'm glad you're here. What's your name?
Yes, Nina.
Nina? Yasmina?
Yes.
Oh, that's my granddaughter's name. Okay.
Nice.
Talking about granddaughters. Hey, here we go. Okay, who are you? We're talking about who you are. Who are you?
A woman.
Yes.
An individual.
Uh-huh.
Human being.
Okay. That's it? Okay, I like it. You on the track a little bit. Okay. Jackie, you want to try? You a spectator test?
No.
Okay, Jackie, who are you?
day at a time.
Ah.
Mad. My head just spins sometimes.
Yeah, of who you are.
So many things, so many people.
Right. And that's the question is, who are you to you, though? Not to everybody else. Who are you to you? Who are you to you? Think about that just for a second. Just for a second. Now, if I were to say to you, I want you to give each of you, remember there's 5,000 people in here. I'm only talking to you guys. 5,000 here. I think your name's Amy, right? Oh, I got it. See, I'm getting good. Amy, if I said to you, you said you were, wait, what did you say you were? A massage therapist. I'm going to say some words to you. You put yourself in that title. The responsible one, the strong one, the quiet one, the good one, the fixer, and the achiever. Which one?
Strong.
Okay, got it. All right, Linda. Ready? I'm going to give it to you again. The responsible one, the strong one, the quiet one, the good one, the fixer, the achiever.
The responsible one.
Ooh, we're getting close now. That's good. I like that. All right. Yasmina, what do you think you are?
Achiever.
Got my leg going up. Yes! Okay, all right, all right. We're going to go over here. Now, I'm going to try to remember your name. I destroy people's names, so don't let me do it. Just call me out on it. Sheesh.
Okay.
No, it's not. I got I'm embarrassed because all these people are looking at me. I got to know your name. What's your name?
Laura.
Laura, okay. See, I should have said it twice. Okay, Laura, what are you?
I guess sometimes the fixer.
A fixer, okay.
Sometimes
Mother's
the quiet one.
Oh, that's good.
I'm always the responsible one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Chad.
I fix things. I fix everything for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't know how to do it? Ask the librarian.
It's the librarian. Yes. If you're the oldest in the family, who's the oldest? I know I am. I'm the hero. Family hero. I put everything together, make everything good. Who's the middle? What do? Hold everybody's secrets. You hear everything on each side, right? My daughter taught me this, and I'm telling you. My daughter said, I said, why are you so good? She says, I know what he does, and I know what he does, and I won't do it. She holds everybody's secrets, right? Hold everybody's business. You know everything, but you don't say nothing. The quiet one, right? What line are you in for your family? Are you the only one?
I'm the youngest.
The youngest. And you have to be what? You said it earlier.
I'm responsible. Yeah.
The youngest always gets away with things, but they have to be super responsible, right? What family dynamic are you?
I'm the youngest.
Super responsible. Everything you're responsible for, right? No matter what it is, you're responsible, right? If somebody's mad and you don't even know why they're mad,
Well,
you're
just by
responsible.
being women, we are the responsible.
Yes, we are the responsible ones.
Who we are.
Yes. Well, no. Now I'm going to give you new terms to that, because when we explain this ourselves, right, I know for many years, due to child abuse in my home, I was quiet, right? Get quiet, really quiet. I don't do anything. And I was quiet. And so I was hurt all the time. I was just miserable all the time. As I got older, more miserable, right? So I went to church. That's a great place to not be miserable. Well, guess what what was I there? I was miserable. It didn't do anything for me. 28 years and I'm still going, what's going on? I'm looking for an answer. I'm looking for success. I'm looking for peace. Guess what I found out at 42? Already here. That's what it's all about. I had been saying, like you guys, I was the achiever, I was the quiet one, I was responsible. I'm the old lady now. That's what I tell people. I'm the old lady now. I'm the old lady in the family, right? I tell people I'm the old lady now. And I was responsible, but what I forgot that I could be elegant. I could be sensual. And old comes with maturity, wisdom. So we start to adapt to those roles, but we're no longer those things. Because what happens, you know what I did when my kids left home? I know some of us might have did. I cried. I was in my apartment and I was like, I'm all alone. I freaked out. And I knew then what empty nester meant. I found out quickly my kids were older. They had their own homes, their own families. I was by myself. So I was no longer, I was a mother, but I was in an apartment. I was what? So, what happens then? What happens? I got a dog. I love him to death, but I think that was a bad mistake. I love him to death, but I got a dog. Because I was so used to being in the role of the responsible one, the strong one, and I had no one to be that for anymore. Who did I had to become that for? Myself. Because I was walking around saying all those roles, because those are roles that we play, and we never get to say hello. Sorry about that. Hello, how are you? Good. And we never get to, I guess, see ourselves in a way that's different. Who were you before you became a mother? Who were you before you became a massage therapist? Who were you before you became an old lady? Who were you before you became human? Right? Yeah, you were still a human, yeah. You're a smaller human, but you were human. All right. So who were you before you became a librarian, or the responsible one? Who were you before that? That's trying to get into the space of being yourself. All those roles are survival roles, because I became a mother young when I was young. So guess what I was doing? Surviving. I had to be a mom, but I was learning as I went, and that's survival. So when you're in an area or you're in a situation, you learn to adapt. Do you ever feel like you have a longing for something? A what?
Travel.
Yes. That's a longing to see a culture or something like that, You ever have a longing to do anything? Linda?
Nothing comes to mind.
To mind? Mm-hmm. So when you start to peel back all those roles, and one year I did this right after I cried. I cried being a mother, and all my kids are grown. I said, what do I really want? Ask myself that question. What do I really want in life? Because you have different parts of life. Every part's not going to be the same, right? It's not going to be the same. It's going to be different. So I said, what do I want in life? I never asked myself that. Never asked or considered I needed something. Never thought about that. Did you?
Well, I do think of that.
You do. That's good. You're thinking about it. Now we've got to put it in action. That's good. But I never thought about, and I was like, well, what do I want to do? What do I really want? So I went on this I guess, journey of finding out what I wanted to do. So I started joining all these clubs. Got into all these clubs. I got into bowling clubs. I was like, yeah, no, not like that. Because I was like, my fingers are sticking in the thing, and I don't like this. No, I don't want to go that. I started riding horses. I thought I liked it, but then when you have to clean them, I didn't like that part. So I was like, okay, took lessons. I was like, no, that's not for me. Then I joined the canoe club, and I was like, oh, I love this. And that was one thing I liked, right? When you start digging, you start doing. So when that longing is happening, you got to start doing. And like most of us, we probably have a regimen, right? Get up in the morning, we have Could I say Pilates? We have Pilates at 12, go here, go there. We have it all edged out, right? All edged out. But you're never going to find that longing if you don't break out of the regular norm. And I had to break out of that because I had this schedule that I was keeping, and it wasn't doing me any good. Because I still wasn't finding myself. I still wasn't happy. And I'm not talking about changing yourself. I'm talking about finding what's already there, who you already are, at whatever age you are, when you want to. That's what I'm talking about. So, can someone share with me? I want to talk to you. I think I want to talk to Mrs. Amy, because she said she has a longing to travel. So I want to talk to you. So when did you realize that?
Well, I used to travel
Uh-huh.
when my husband was alive, and I really enjoyed it, and then even a little bit after. But then the partners I have don't travel, so I was like, but I don't want to travel alone.
Alone. Okay.
So I just renewed my passport yesterday. In 10 years, I was like, I didn't even use my passport, and here I'm renewing it, and I'm like, I have to use it this time.
You sent it to the universe, and the universe kind of answered you, and then they your first start. It's a little start there. So what do you like about traveling? It's not the fact you're traveling, it's something that you get from it.
Just seeing different things, different people, culture, food. The traveling part can be stressful because
Yeah.
I did go to, it was more like a family party in Texas, and going and getting there and renting the car, taking care
All of
of my
that
mom
stuff.
there.
Yes, yeah.
Not as much fun. I was like, oh, do I like traveling? But I said, well, maybe more fun, not.
Yeah. Yeah, but you just like the connection with the different cultures, right?
Yeah, and just that I used to always do excursions or cruises. I get bored easily, so I don't want to just sit on the beach. I love the beach, but that might be a few hours. I want to see stuff.
Right. Adventurous. Okay, I like that.
More activity.
Yeah. Do you see how you're explaining yourself now differently than you said before? Massage therapist. Not that it's not exciting, but now you're saying adventurous. I want to get out. I want to do this. I want to that. You're saying things. Those are part of you. When you wake those things up, so the questions that you ask yourself wakes those things up. So now I know more about you now. You're adventurous. You're not just a massage therapist. You're adventurous. Okay. All right. Yasmina.
Yes.
What have you been longing for?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Usually I try to fulfill my wishes.
Really quickly, huh?
Yeah, I try.
All right, I like that.
I mean, coming tonight, that's something, I'm longing for, like new experiences,
Yes.
hearing new things.
Yes.
Like I like to read books, I like to learn.
Right.
I also love traveling. I like to, like do things with my body, like run or like do things that are like more challenging.
Okay.
Challenging things.
Okay.
Push myself a little.
Okay, so you like to be challenged. Okay. All right. So you like a little excitement, adrenaline. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Dopamine.
Yes, the dopamine. I like that. So, have you ever found yourself just being quiet sometimes when you're in that state that you don't know what to do?
Quiet. Not very often.
What happens when you're like trying to ponder what you're going to do next?
Well, when I try to do that, I immediately start booking trips.
I like you. That's right.
And I like running, so I'm like, okay, what is going to be the next race I'm going to run? I plan things. I like to plan things, and it is, like when you plan, it's exciting, and then when it's close to it, you're like, why did I put myself
Right.
through this?
That's what Amy was saying, like all this other stuff.
When you experience it, you're like, now I know why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, as Amy is saying that all the other stuff she doesn't like, but that part that she makes the connection, she loves, the adventurous part. Yeah, that's good. All right, Laura, right? Okay, all right. I'm going to remember your name after a while. I'm going to call you. 50,000 people are watching me for this. Laura, let's go. What do you think when about have you had that longing?
I can't really think of anything right now.
No? Okay. Okay. All right.
I also like to travel.
You do?
And I do. I have been.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Where have you traveled?
Where hasn't she traveled?
Yeah. Okay. Where haven't you traveled?
No, I've just I've gone on cruises.
Okay. Okay.
Cross country.
Okay.
Cross country.
If you were 5, I'm gonna use you, Laura. If you were 5, and I said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Go back to 5. Now take your brain back. Take your brain back to 5. What would you want to be when you grow up?
That I can't tell you because I don't have a lot of childhood memories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who wants to take the question? Linda?
Well, I was indoctrinated that I should become a teacher, but I did not become a teacher.
Okay. You hear what she said? She was indoctrinated. When that means that somebody was telling her to be a teacher. Probably your caregivers, right? It's like, oh, teaching it's money. It's security, right? But what did you become?
Well, I was very, very rebellious.
I love
it. The college I wanted to go to, so I said, I'm not going to college. My parents wouldn't pay for the college I wanted to go to.
Okay.
They wanted me to go to a community college. So I didn't go to college until my 40s. I ended up being a social worker, graduating summa cum laude.
Wow.
But
awesome.
now I'm retired. So.
That's nice. So now I know something else about you, Linda. You're rebellious.
Yes, I am.
Okay. You see how you're building your life when we forget these words that are so important to us, that kind of made us? You know, because you're rebellious. I knew there's something special about you. I knew it. So you find these words that we forget to use for ourselves, you know, and that's what's coming back. You need to come back to yourself, have that awareness. Like, you know, what sparks you to get up in the morning? I know it's just not because the sun comes out. It's got to be something that wakes you up. Like what wakes you up in the morning? You know, we lose that. I guess we want to get up because we don't want to be on the other side of not waking up, but we want to get up. Okay, but what we have to have that fight within us that want to get up, you know, and say, okay, what am I going to be adventurous about today? You know, what am I going to be rebellious about today? Because I'm a rebellious woman, you know. What am I going to do today? Who am I going to rebel against? Am I going to go to, maybe to the clubhouse and talk nonsense to people and tell them, what am I going to do? Something that we forget about, that we have this awareness about us that we're more than our roles. Intuition tells us that, Intuition probably told you, I'm not going to do what they say. I'm going to do what I want to do. And you became a monarch to do something in your 40s that many people in their 40s couldn't do. You made amazing strides. Now I'm going to ask, what's your name, please? Jerry. Okay, Jerry. When you were in your 40s, Jerry, you're about 50 now, right?
That's very kind. I'll take it.
Okay. When you were in your 40s, can you tell me what some exciting things you did in your life?
I traveled all the time with my family.
Okay. Okay. What could you say, out of all that travel, what one thing could you say that really, got next to you? You can't forget it.
There were so many trips. I mean, just nature is so spectacular.
Okay. You're a nature lover. See, I didn't know that about librarians. See? See? You're a nature lover. And what else? So, let me ask you all this. Have you ever looked at your resumes recently? It's probably all these pages. probably right. Probably has see, one thing that we have to do is appreciate. Have you ever stopped to appreciate yourself? We have to appreciate ourselves. I'm going to tell you something. I did, one year, I was down on myself, and I think I was going for a job or something. I don't forget what it was. And so I grabbed my resume out, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh, I did that? I did that? I was so shocked. You know what that was? I didn't celebrate myself. Who takes the time to celebrate ourselves? Did you celebrate that 40 when you went to college at 40-something?
I did enjoy it, yes.
Yeah, you had a good time, right? You don't have to tell me what you did because I know you did something, but you don't have to tell me.
Social work.
Yeah, I know, but when you got that degree, did you celebrate?
Not really.
Not really, okay. So what I'm saying to you, anything that you do, right? So I had hip surgery about in last 6 weeks ago. I had hip surgery, and they took the rod out of my leg, right? So every day after that, I was in pain, and I was like, okay, if I can lift my leg a little bit, celebrate. So my son was like kind of taking care of me, and he would hear me. I was like, hey, I did it. And he's like, what'd you do? I said, I moved my foot from one area to the next. I celebrate the smallest little thing, right? The smallest thing. We need to do that. That brings awareness back to us. Because we've celebrated as mothers, as wives, as husbands, as girlfriends, boyfriends, as massage therapists, social workers, librarians, mothers. And what did you say you did? What did you do? What do you do? Yeah, Jasmine. Yes, me.
I'm a psychologist.
Psychologist, okay. Being a psychologist, we take care of everybody else, right? We don't take care of ourselves. Right? We don't take care of ourselves at all. So, celebrating is one thing that we do not do for ourselves. The smallest thing, take the smallest thing, and I'm going to give that task to you guys, to take the smallest thing and celebrate, just like yeah. I mean, just do that. It changes your energy altogether. Just try it. Just think about the smallest thing that you've ever done. Even just coming here today, that's small. Well, no, it's cold, so that's a hard thing to do. But even just the smallest thing, just taking one step at a time. Yeah, I did it. There are many people that haven't, but you did it. I did it. So celebrate the small things, right? Get in the habit of celebrating to change your energy, to make your energy become aware of who you really are, and it makes you take off those things, like the roles that we are, all the roles that we have, every last one of them. It makes us come to that, and also it gives us a voice. So every one of you came in. You don't know me, I don't know you, but you all told me something different about yourselves. Right? You opened up. And that's a good thing. It gives you a voice. You know? Even the 50,000 people around here, right here, now, you guys are like talking. So it gives you a voice. It makes you aware, right? So I have a sheet here. I'm wondering if I should do that sheet now. Maybe. I'll just do one question. So I'm going to give you a couple, I was going to say seconds, and look at the first one, right? Number one, the version I learned to be. So, of course, you already told me that, but I want you to write it down, and then I'll give you a couple seconds to do that, or minutes. I'll give you a minute or two, or just come up with the answer in your head. Okay? So number one on the sheet. Do you have one? You want one? Oh, you want one? Okay. I'll bring it to you. You don't have a pen? No, just say it in your head. Say it in your head. Say it in your head. I'll put it in the head question.
You didn't ask me what I want to do.
You know what? That was very sexist of me, wasn't it? You better excuse me. So what is your name?
Michael.
My name is Edna. Okay. What do you want to do?
I don't know. No, I do know. I wrote a children's book.
Okay.
Which I'm proud of. And I want to write another book.
Okay.
Not a children's book, an adult book.
Okay.
She read my book, but she wasn't crazy about it.
You weren't crazy? Well, she gave you the honest opinion.
Well, I don't know if she read it. I think she tried.
I read it.
Okay.
She tried, but
She
children's book.
tried.
It was a children's book
But, you know,
about him coming from Cuba and when he
Ah.
was young, so it was
Yeah.
children, you know, I'm
Okay.
adult reading a children's book.
Okay.
Very simple, you know.
Oh, so you just went through it, yeah, okay, great.
I listen to audiobooks, I must listen to 3 a week,
Yeah.
you know, and I have 3
Mhm.
book clubs and,
That's good.
she did read, I apologize.
Yeah.
But I apologize.
Yeah,
But I want to write a book that's not a children's book,
Okay.
but some of, experience, some things that I've experienced as a teacher,
Okay,
and just as a person.
okay, that's good.
One more comment about celebrating oneself.
Yeah.
I love doing that, but my partner celebrates nothing. She believes in celebrating nothing, and it bothers the hell out of me. I love to celebrate myself.
Good.
She celebrates the sun, you know, but, so I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Celebrating yourself is so very important. It just changes your energy. It really does. I promise you. It's okay? That's no, it's okay.
I can't get you to shut up.
I know those things, they're good and then they're not good. So living in that space that you're living in, your perfect example is you're not in survival mode. You're not trying to cope. Like, because we do that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we're not thinking, like you said, you don't know. That's not good. You're supposed to say, I'm vivacious. I'm vivacious. I am sensual. I am a woman. You know, we forget that we are those things. You know, we forget. We really do. And you just came from Pilates. You should be like, yo, girl, I am strong. Like, I would have put up a muscle or something. You know, come on. You know, all of those beautiful things, and we forget because we're so, better not say nothing about ourselves. We don't celebrate ourselves. So coming back into yourself, I want to know. So, yeah, just answer number 1, because I want to ask you another question. But answer number 1, and then we'll pick somebody to go. I'll give you a second. 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Okay, is everybody ready? Who would be the first person to share? Oh, God, I knew it was going to be you. Go ahead. No, you. That was good.
You know what the role I've developed is to be myself. Some people don't like certain things, like sense of humor or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm not going to change that.
Right.
Certain people, you know, I'm going to just be myself. I'm not disrespectful, I'm not rude.
Right.
But I like to laugh at myself and at life. And some people I'm close to, not her, she's a good friend. They don't.
It seems like you have a lot to say to her, and you are saying it indirectly instead of facing her and saying her.
Oh,
I'm sorry the psychologist in me comes out.
okay.
I feel like it's a lot of indirect speech here.
Okay. I'll look at her.
And we're not so sure how comfortable she is and how comfortable we are to be exposed.
I'll look at her next time when I comment. Thank you.
He's talking about his wife who he doesn't get along with.
Oh, are you going to correct her?
Do you have a wife?
He
Yes,
does.
I do.
Yeah, he said that was their
I'm a
friend.
friend.
This is their friend.
I have a
No, yeah.
Oh,
Not
Are you
my
going to
friend.
correct her, by the way?
Get
Say
on.
that to me?
I don't know what's your relationship. It seems like you guys were in a relationship.
No,
You
we're
were-
very close friends.
Yeah.
He wishes.
See?
And-
See? I like that.
He told me directly, and I said, no go.
So I'll
Okay.
look at her and say, she's right, I do wish. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying.
Yes.
What I said to her indirectly was kind of a compliment. You know, indirect compliment, because I said to people I'm close to
Uh-huh.
don't appreciate things like a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm not going to change.
Right.
I'm not going to become, whatever. much more serious with doing, not laugh at myself or,
Mhm.
you know, without always being respectful.
Right.
So my answer to your question is,
Mhm.
Be myself.
Right. And that's how you stay safe. Okay. Have you ever ventured outside of that and maybe expand who you are?
Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. What's the next part? The part of me I stopped expressing.
For me,
Yeah.
it's a good question. It's a good question. Perhaps when I'm hurt.
Mhm. You don't express. Okay. All right. And what do you do when you don't express?
Keep it in.
And what do you do? How do you behave?
Introspect. You know, examine my actions, my words.
Okay. Does it often work?
Yes and no.
Okay. Yes. Yes. How?
It depends on the person. You know, the person that I'm with, or whether it's something relevant to friend, wife,
Okay.
son, daughter.
Okay. Okay, just depends what the situation is, not who it's for, but what the situation is, because it's kind of sensitive in those areas. Okay. Thank you. Anyone else?
I can go.
Okay.
I have to say, I don't have, my children are not so big. They are almost 12 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say that I had to, like, until I had my children, I was more outspoken, I can say. But since I have my children, I feel like you become more vulnerable,
Mm-hmm.
and you sacrifice, and you become, you have to change.
Mm-hmm.
To, you know, in marriage, it's not easy. You have to adjust. Sometimes you have to change your personality, not change your personality, but adjust how you react in the moment. And sometimes you want to say something, you have to be quiet, or you don't want to, you know, make a scene, you know. So I feel like marriage does that. Not marriage per se, it's more having children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I can say to stay.
So are you watching your language, or what are you doing? Because you're saying you
like go through it, like don't pay attention, like okay, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm not going to get stuck on that. You know,
Right.
It's like you just
So what you're explaining is coping.
you cope. You're like okay, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to, you know, how would you?
You're
say
not going to
that?
make any noise, make anybody get upset, no conflict.
Like,
Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
you just say okay, whatever.
Right.
Like,
You're not going to no conflict. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I can say that.
So you stay safe there by not saying anything, keeping it cool, and just keeping everything low,
Yeah, I mean,
low profile.
Sometimes we do that in friendships too.
Mm-hmm. No conflict.
Yeah, you know something, but you have to be careful to not hurt others.
So the truth will hurt somebody?
Maybe people like with one friend in particular, she has different ideas that thinks than me, you know, like she gets upset to other people. Like I tell her, I'm like, come on, like try to understand this person, but she's like, but you don't understand. This person hurt me, and you know, it's also not easy to. I'm talking about her to live with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being
nurturing somebody else?
Yeah, or just forgive.
Yeah.
For her, forgiveness is hard.
For her?
Yes.
And
I'm telling her, like, try to forgive. It's okay, you know.
Well, why should she listen to you?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying,
you know,
like, why should she listen?
She's she and I'm me. So.
Right.
Yes. So
But you see how you nurture? You see how you start to nurture, and it maybe not be time for her to forgive.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's not time for her.
Back and I'm like, okay, I really appreciate my friendship. I don't want to hurt her. I don't want her to feel that I don't understand her.
Right.
And as you say, everybody has a moment to.
Yeah, and she'll forgive because forgiveness is not something that, people think that forgiveness is supposed to be right then and there.
Yeah.
It's just your time.
Exactly.
It's your time.
Exactly.
And if you're ready to, you're ready to. If you're not, you're not. So, yeah, be a good friend, like you said. Just hold off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, what about the part of me I stopped expressing? I heard that already. I heard you say, I don't express anymore. I heard you say that with the kids.
Yeah, I just forgive, like I go through it and I'm like, okay, I don't have to, say that right now.
What does that do to you when you do that?
What does it do to me?
Mm.
Well, probably it makes me upset inside.
Yeah. Okay. So you're not at peace inside.
Yeah.
What would happen if you said something, if you, instead of being emotional about it, right? What would you, and you said it, but not emotional, and it was the truth, and it gave them direction. Would that change for you?
If I said,
If your son or a daughter,
I have
two sons, your son is doing something to annoy you, okay, and he knows not to annoy you,
yeah.
and you've told him 1,000 times, maybe bouncing the basketball in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
And you told him 1,000 times, and instead of going, didn't I tell you something? And I don't know his name, but David, didn't I tell you not to bounce the basketball in the house? Sometimes our emotions get in the way as moms, right? Why do we have to be uncomfortable being moms or dads?
I'm not uncomfortable.
Well, we'll talk to a mother over here. Mother, she's talking over there. Were you ever uncomfortable telling your children anything to do? Yes. Laura.
Yeah, I said I was the quiet one, and I am, and I'm uncomfortable, like, talking in front of
Oh,
a
okay.
bunch of people. Oh,
There's 50,000 people here,
yeah.
yeah.
All those 50,000, I'm not a,
Okay, okay, but you're talking.
well, to tell you.
That's good.
No,
That's good.
I don't even remember what was
How did you feel telling your children what to do? How did you feel when you had to tell give them instruction?
But I was their mother, and
You gave them
had to tell
instruction.
them what, was good or bad. Or,
Yeah. So you didn't feel any. You did what you had to do, correct? Okay. All right. So what Yasmin is saying that she gets frustrated, so she keeps it kind of quiet. Yeah, it's kind of quiet.
I'm in the 20s, and I'm still feeling that way.
Oh yeah.
With different things.
Yeah, it's tough. They're adults. Yeah, mine's the 40s, so yeah, they still aggravate me. So yeah. Okay, so holding our peace inside is one of the things that we do. We hold stuff inside. How does that feel? Linda, how does that feel when you hold things inside?
Doesn't feel good.
No. And I know the librarian knows this book, The Body Keeps Score, right? And when we hold things inside, the body starts to act certain ways. I'm not saying act out, but you may get a twinge in your neck. You ever had one of those? Or you go around somebody that you know you cannot stand, and you be like, oh, here they go. And you get the twinge in your neck. Or you may get stomach problems, But the body keeps score. And when we stuff things, it's just like a suitcase when we travel. You put too much in, when you open it up, it's going to burst wide open. So even in what we do, as the roles that we play, and that we're fulfilling the roles, we're coping in the roles, we're establishing spaces in those roles, but we're still forgetting about who we are, and sometimes we get lost in those things. I know for me, I got lost, and I was a helicopter mom, was bad, and I got lost in it, and so when my children were gone, I had nobody to circle over their building and check out. They were gone. They had their own families. So I had to establish where I was. Who am I? Have you ever asked that? Have you ever asked yourself, who am I? Really? Like, who am I? like you said, laugh out loud. You know, I was quiet too because of my past. I kept everything. I don't think I kept in my tears from 12 years old till about 21. I never cried. I didn't cry. I think I made an agreement not to cry, and I didn't want anything sad in my life, but because everything else was sad. But was that me? Probably not. I was coping, right? Like you, being quiet, keeping things down, because I was in emotions, and emotions kind of take us everywhere, right? They take us down the street, turn the corner, tell people what to do, how to do it, get there. It does all that. So we have to learn that when we are aware of who we are, those emotions don't take over anymore. Because now we know who we are. Because now I know you're adventurous, right? So adventure, what does adventure do? You want to see, you're the why girl. Why and where. That's all you want, is the answers to those questions. Why and where. That's the adventure girl, right? And the rebel here is all about, I'm not going to do what everybody else does. Everybody's going this way, I'm going that way. That's what the rebel does. If you tell me, don't do that, oh, got to do it. Go do it. So the rebel always thinks outside of the box, outside of what everybody thinks, right? So we have to start living in those spaces. We have to start living in that as our own selves. We have to get curious of who we really are. I can tell you the story. I'm going to tell you the story, and you guys are going to crack up. So I asked myself that question at 42, and I had a head full of hair. My granddaughter's back there. Probably my hair was long like that, longer than that. And I was looking in the mirror, and I said, who am I? And I couldn't figure it out because everything was happening to me, you know. I was a mom still, and I was not happy being, you know, I love my kids. I just wasn't happy being. I wasn't happy because I didn't do anything. I didn't have anything. You know, when you don't have a creative outlet, it's terrible. And so I'm looking in the mirror. My nephew was a stylist. I'm looking in the mirror, and I pull my hair back, and I said, this has got to go. So I cut my hair off. And so I called him up. No, I called him up and I said, I need you to give me a number one. So he thought I was calling him up to get this great hairstyle. He's always loved to play my hair because he's like, oh yeah, she's going to get this dynamite hairstyle, and she's going to take pictures and everything. All right. So he comes over, he's got his full kit, and he's like, what do you want me to do? I said, number one. He said, let me see the picture. I said, I don't have a picture. I want you to take the buzzers and give me a number one. And he said, now? Yeah. So he cut my hair down to a number one. It's like G.I. Jane. All right? When he did that, I started crying. And I looked at myself, I never knew who I was. I never knew who I was. And that started my journey. I was 42. And I started to be expressive. I thought I was expressive, but I wasn't. I started to be, and getting a haircut like that, guess what that was? Started to be bold. I was bold, not bald, but I was bold. Because not many people were going to get their hair cut that low. But I did. I was bold, right? And you start, I'm not telling you guys to cut your hair off. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying start to realize who you really are. Because you are all those amazing things. You're bold, you're creative. You know, all of us have gifts. Like Mike said, he writes. By the time I was 42, I had written 15 books. I never released any of them. Never released any of them. Why? Because I was carrying around the shame, and you know, I didn't know who I was, but I was writing. One, which is a bestseller now, that I released in 2013, but I was afraid to put it out. We all have a creative side, no matter what ages we are. We all have a creative side. And I just did my first art piece that was displayed in East End Arts just this past 2 weekends ago, and it's still in display now. We all have that. We all have that piece. We could be quiet and create art. I never knew I could do it, but I did. I guess if I could write, I could probably create art. But we all have that. We all have it. And we could be expressive. So, we could be artistic. Now, you're adventurous, artistic, you're flexible. Yeah, you're flexible. Like, I know that now. I know that too. So you're flexible. So all of those things. So when somebody asks you who you are, those are the expressive words you use. You don't say you're a massage therapist. Say I'm great with my hands. You don't say, because we always, that's creativity. When you make somebody feel great, and who is in pain probably, most of the time, when you make them feel great, I love my massage therapist. I love her. Like when she comes, I'm like, cookies and milk, what do you want? I'll give you anything because I know you're going to make me feel great. Like, I'm like happy, like I'm excited. So, the same thing, when I go to the dentist, I'm like that too. Whatever is going on in here, you're going to fix. I'm so excited about it. I think I'm the only one that's excited about, dentists, but I am. But we're all those things. We're playful, and you can say you're a librarian. It's not a great word, but we know what it is because you're knowledgeable. You're knowledgeable. You probably read a lot and have read a lot through life, right? Yeah, I know. So you're knowledgeable. So I can probably think, I can go to you now. I can go to you now. Jeremy, I can go to you now. And ask you a question you probably have an answer for me without looking at any catalogs. I think you would have an answer. You see? So those words that we say to ourselves, we minimize them. The way you will say them is, you said, this is your tone, the tonality, you said, I'm an old lady. That was, But I said, I'm an old lady. Like, you get excited, you want to go on a date, right? I'm an old lady, yeah. It's the way we say it, put some umph into it. If you're an old lady, okay, listen, I'm an old lady, but I'm an old lady. I'm an old lady, like that, but when awareness comes that who you really are, that you're curious, you're adventurous, that you are a rebel, you start to add to that, I am a rebel. I'm a vivacious rebel. An older woman is a vivaciousness. Okay. So I'm a vivacious rebel. Get it on you. Get a tattoo says that. But yeah, you got to change your words around who you are, because we get so lost in the roles that we take on those roles. Okay? Anybody want to share? No? Come on. All right. So, let me see. So, we want to separate that survival mode, because we don't like the word survival because we think that, our children are important, right? Our husbands and wives are important. Our significant others are important. Our jobs are important. But in essence, if we're human, we didn't come here to really do all of that. We came to exist, right? So all of those, a job is what? Survival. When you're a parent and you have to take care of a child, what are you doing? Surviving, right? When you're married and you have to give to that relationship and build it, you're in survival. But what we take out of that is self. You said something, Yasmina, that made me think that you were taking self out of what you were doing, what you were part of, and you dismiss yourself. You say, whatever. And that's dismissing you, not dismissing them. Yes, they're annoying. I know it. But don't dismiss yourself, because you're important. Like if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be here. We're never proud of ourselves in those roles. We're never proud of us. Oh, yeah, we're proud when they graduate. But what about them not bouncing the basketball in the house? I'm proud of that. I helped him not do that in my house. Yes, we should be proud of ourselves, super proud of ourselves, but we're not. And that's what coming back to you is all about, is being proud of yourself, being so happy within yourself that you don't need somebody to laugh with you. You laugh by yourself, right? I laugh by myself too. You just laugh by yourself. So those roles helped you live. They helped you define. They start to define you after a while. And when you get to a place that you're retiring, when you get to a place that you're maybe phasing to another career, right? Or maybe starting your own business. You've worked with somebody and you're phased out and you're going to go and start your own business. Maybe your own Pilates studio or a massage therapy or anything like that. Maybe you start to, you're like, now what do I do? Right? Now. Or you start to doubt yourself, like, what am I going to do now? Like, how is this going to even work? Is anybody going to come? Is anybody going to pay for this class? Things like that. We start to doubt ourselves because we, number one, we didn't appreciate ourselves. Number two, we weren't true to who we really are. We weren't true. We didn't take the stance that you took, So, okay, we're down to the hour now, all right? So, what I'm going to do is read a portion of a section. Somebody pick a page. Pick a number. It's, let me see, hold on. There's 117 pages in here. 120, that's right. 120. Pick a number. Somebody pick a number and I'll read it.
23.
23. What a heck of a number. And I just turned to him. Ooh. Okay, this is lesson 3. It says, okay, I'm on page number 23. To slow down, find clarity in what you need to do, and keep your attention sharply focused. You'll also stop wasting your limited time and energy worrying, feeling negative about yourself and the people in your life, and trying to juggle 5 things at once. Don't we do that? When I was in my late teens, a friend of mine, a woman named Pastor Fanny Coleman, gave me the most profound yet simple advice that changed the way I viewed forever. She told me, if you don't think very highly of yourself, you can't expect anyone else to think of you. The translation to me, it means that we alone are responsible for rebuilding our self-confidence. We alone. We cannot depend on or wait for anyone else's approval. That's what it is. We must see ourselves as worthy and capable of achieving anything we choose to succeed in. Ultimately, how we see ourselves is more important than how anyone else sees us. Nothing else matters if we don't work at loving and accepting ourselves. That was a good piece. How's that sit? I felt that. You felt that, right? I felt it. I heard you. Yeah, right? We forget to love ourselves. That's what it's all about, is we forget to love ourselves. I met a woman, she was about 80 years old, and my profession is real estate. For about 22 years, I had my own real estate offices. And I met this woman, and it's right down here in Port Jeff, and they built this new, I think it's called, what is it called? Shipyard. It was called a shipyard. And so it's this, it's a really beautiful apartment complex, and it's for people that age out. It wasn't senior living. It was, they didn't want to live in their house anymore. They wanted to live in an apartment setting. And so I met this couple. Now, they outlived all of their children. Outlived them. And so I said, so why are you here? She goes, I just thought, why waste the money? We sold our house in the Hamptons, and we just plunked it in here. And I said, well, how old are you? Now, I'm asking all those questions because I want to, what makes somebody just leave their home and come to this place. Now, mind you, it's $3,000, $3,000 to $6,000 a month. So I'm like, I want to know what makes you come and do this. And so she was this eclectic woman. She had these red glasses. She had a haircut like Jerry, and she was dressed so funky, like in the 60s. And her husband comes by, and he's like dressed the same way, and he's the same height. And I'm like, wow. And so I asked, what did you do before? She said she was an artist. And so I said, so what made you do this? She goes, well, we outlived all our children, and we want to get the best out of life. And I was like, wow. So I told my daughter immediately, this is where I want to live. so bring me here. And then, get everything. And they get meals made for them. They got this thing. It looks like a ship when you go on a cruise. You know, you go on a cruise and the food's laid out. That's how they get it every day like that. I was like, yeah, give me that. But that's how you have to look at life. They're on their last part of their lives, and they said, freak it. I'm going to do this. And we all have those times in our lives that we have to reintroduce ourselves to ourselves and say, hey, what do I really want right now? What do I really want? Yes, we have those things that we have to, our children, our husbands, our wives, all those things. But what do I really want right now? Is it happiness or is it settling? So with that, if you want to ask me questions, I'm going to close my mouth right now. Oh, no questions? Did I leave you with questions in your head? Yes.
What's a good way, in your opinion, to find the happiness?
I'm going to tell you this, and I know what unhappiness is. If you know what unhappiness is, then you know what happiness is. So, if anything contradictory to you being at peace within yourself, because you're making whoever you're with or around or part of just as miserable as you are. So the steps, let me just say in my relationship, in anything that even friends, if it's hard for me to do, I'm not doing. Because I'm not making them better and they're not making me better. So you don't want to put that out in the universe, because guess what happens? It keeps coming back. So you want to, it may hurt, it may be uncomfortable, but, there's a way to be, everything to be easy. It is. You just got to.
We often know what we have to do,
Mm-hmm.
but we often don't do it.
Right. So you're caught in that like a vacuum. You're caught in a vacuum. And if you live your life as if that you were going to die tomorrow or that next day, this is your last day, how would you live it? What would you do? That's how you have to live every day. Is I got to live like this is my last day. And if hanging around and not being happy, can't do it. And yes, it might be uncomfortable for some, but we all, as my mother says, we'll get over it. It's just a feeling. We'll get over it. But happiness is in here. You don't rely on somebody else to give it to you. If they're kind of compounding and making it worse for you, that's not the people you need to be around. That's my thought. Anybody else think? What do they think? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think.
That's a good friend. That's what I always say.
Mm-hmm.
I have to hear the next one. I want to hear it.
Yeah. You make yourself miserable. You think you're stuck in the vacuum and you can't get out. So, just you ask that question means it's time to go. I'm just saying. If you ask the question, you know the answer. You just got to go. There's no in between. Because you live your life like that. You're never gonna ride a horse if you wanted to.
Your actions have consequences for so many people, innocent people.
Say that.
Okay?
That's right.
Which causes people to not take the actions that would make them happy.
Right. The ripple effect, good or bad. Whoever we're involved with, like touching just you all here now, under 50,000 here, just being around, I'm creating a ripple effect. You're creating a ripple effect, good or bad. Just got to think about that. What lasts longer? That's what you got to think about. I know it's tough, right? I do this all the time. But yeah, that's it. I mean, thank you all for being here. It was lovely meeting you. 50,000. Let me take my bow to the 50,000.
Very interesting, a lot to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. You can always go to my website. It's on the paper. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Get home safe, everyone.
You too.
Thank you. Call Christina back. Call Christina till we finish. She's calling.
We did start with the criticizing thing, calling me a liar, that you read the book, you said that, you said, oh, I don't think you really read the book, and I told you I did read it, and I'm tired of you saying it, and I tell it like it is, I don't care whose feelings I hurt. Don't embarrass me, I'll embarrass you like that. You are, because you're trying to say we're together, and I'm like, never gonna happen.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Take care. Bye, Linda.
I did freaking read the book just because I didn't love it. I don't want to.
You get it? You get her on the phone? Let me get her.